Today's show is brought to you by EPOS Gaming Audio. With a comprehensive lineup of both wired and wireless headsets, gaming amplifiers, microphones, and webcams, EPOS has everything you need to experience the power of audio.
The closed headset allows you to tap into exceptionally detailed audio and seals out ambient noise, while the open version delivers natural high-fidelity audio with an incredible soundstage. Both headsets include a magnetic detachable microphone and a sleek design that has no wild RGB configurations, just good design.
Listeners can save 15% by visiting www.eposaudio.com/gaming and entering the code EPOSFRIEND15 at checkout. That's EPOSFRIEND 15 at checkout. Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast, only on the Tokyo Beat Network. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hello.
What up, David?
I didn't fuck it up this time.
I'm proud of you, David.
We're
Good job.
recording. We started right. I was already streaming.
Woo!
Title's good. Let's go.
I fucking love that shit. How's you been, bro? How has your week been, my dude? Let me know.
It's been all right. I've been streaming a lot this week.
I've been working a lot this week. It's this one of those situations where I'm like, oh my god, David's streaming. I want to jump in, see what's going on. But then I'm like, because I'm still like in my temporary fire evacuation shelter house. I don't have like good internet or any internet.
Yeah.
It's basically like my phone hotspot or like, thank you, Tokyo.
And you're not gonna have that in a week, right?
No.
Yeah.
I would
How
not.
do you not have internet? Is this like not hooked up or what?
I mean, so my old house I have free internet in my old house, basically.
Okay, it was one of those things.
It was,
like,
yeah.
It's not an easily transferable.
No, not at all.
Type of
Exactly, yeah.
situation.
So like,
I see.
my old house has, so my landlord, absolute babe, he set up some kind of deal with the NTT internet company where he's like, hey, I want every single one of my rooms in my apartment complex to have NTT internet.
Yeah.
And for that, I want you guys to give me like a massive discount so that I can just wrap it into the rent or something, and then my renters don't have to worry about looking for internet and such, and I can advertise this as like free internet. So my accommodation is probably like 40 something thousand yen.
Yes.
And then plus internet fees on top of that. But it's all like into the price, so it's technically just like free internet. So because of that, you get like a ridiculously cheap deal. So when I moved to the evacuation shelter house that I'm currently in, I was like, okay, I wonder if I can use this NTT box in my my sort of new temp accommodation. So I set it up, plugged it in, turned it on.
I see why you wouldn't be able to.
You can't. You cannot.
Is it like based on location?
Yeah. So it's based on location, also like if you have a contract in that place, because the internet's coming from like, you know, the wherever the fucking cable is, basically. Yeah. So like,
actually that makes a lot of sense,
right?
Because I remember the first year when I didn't pay I missed 1 month of internet pay and I didn't realize it. And then like they sent me a thing and I like paid the next month.
Yeah.
But that 1 month I still just didn't pay, and they're sending me like, oh, you're still using the internet, here's bills.
Yeah, can you pay it? Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, and I just pay. It was like I think I paid like November, missed December because I went home for Christmas.
Been there, yep.
And then came back in January, and then paid January, and kept going. And then just one day the internet doesn't work, and I'm like,
what's going on here?
The fuck's going on? So it's obviously like just mine. I forgot about that because like your internet service provider here. Here's an interesting thing for people
weird,
who
yeah.
don't live in Japan. Your internet service provider, like, you have an email or some kind of account registered with your internet service provider.
Yes.
And if they decide no more internet for you,
they
just flip a switch. They just like, I don't know, they probably like go into your profile and hit like cancel internet, and then your internet just doesn't work. It's
the weirdest fucking thing. It's very strange. So like I tried to plug in like all my old router and stuff to my old accommodation, and it was basically like, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, it was really weird. I remember when I first moved here, like you had to sign into your internet.
Yep.
And then after that, it's just always on.
Yep.
But the fact that you still have to sign
fucking
into
weird.
your internet is fucking
weird, dude.
I'm like, that's some like 1990s shit.
I never did that. So I was in, especially if you're in like a Leo Palace accommodation, you have to like sign into the internet. And I just didn't understand like what the fuck was going on. It was like, oh, please log in to use the internet. I just didn't understand it. So like I just never logged in for like a year. I just didn't log in because the internet was working still. Like it was
Right,
working
right.
just fine. And it got to a stage where I think I got a Nintendo Switch and I was like, I'm gonna download and play some games, and it was like, yeah, no, you're not.
Well, actually,
Can you sign into your fucking internet?
yeah. And then there's always a problem logging in because
Yep.
it's like, oh well,
Yep.
Here's like a string of code, but
Yep.
actually
Yep.
all the letters are like half-width
Yep.
characters.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
type
Yep.
in English wrong, then
Yep.
it doesn't load.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
I remember calling NTT and being like, sorry, I remember calling the Leo Palace. They have like an internet hotline thing.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone to them. And I'm like, hey guys, your internet shit. Can you come and fix this? Because it keeps cutting off, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And they're like, have you tried doing these things? It's like, have you tried turning it off and on again? I'm like, yeah, I've tried that. Have you tried hitting it really hard? And like multiple times, I've done that.
Yep.
Have you tried going boo and seeing if that works? And I'm like, yeah, I tried that. It's not working. The internet doesn't work. And the guy, this man, it's like he was playing a game with me, and the game was, how badly can we piss off this foreigner? That was the game he was playing, because he goes, okay, let me transfer you to an English speaker. And I go, why?
didn't you do that at the start?
But I'm
if
like,
that
why are
was right, yeah.
why are we doing this anyway? And he's like, let's just transfer you to an English speaker. And I'm like, why? We're having like a very normal conversation here about like the internet. He's like, I'm just gonna transfer it. I'm like, okay, cool. So we transfer him to like an English speaker, but it's not an English speaker. What it is it's the dumbest shit. They've just wrapped in like an English speaker on the line, like a translator.
Yes,
You've been there?
Yes, I had that too. And it was so weird because like she's speaking to me.
Yeah.
And it's like 1000% clear that she's
Yes.
like, from the Philippines.
Yes.
So like now I'm talking to someone in like half English, and then she's relaying it to this guy in Japanese.
And then he just
But like, I'll talk to her in English. She'll be like, okay, and then she says what I say to him
Yeah,
in Japanese.
yeah.
And then he replies back, and I already know
Know
what
what-
he's gonna
yeah.
say because I can understand him. And she's like, okay, well, I'm like, it's fine. I'm
yeah.
like, I get it.
I'm already doing it. And
I've already done it.
that was the situation I was in. It was like they transferred me to like two women, and the woman would be like, 難しいですよね。じゃあなんかちょっと一回聞いて、もう一回なんかオンしてさせていいですかみたいな。And then the girl was like, could you turn it off and on again? I'm like, yeah, I already did that. I'm like, yeah, what? And then like I just started like interjecting halfway through like the Japanese woman speaking, because I was
Right.
like, this is taking too long, and I've done this before. So I just jumped in Japanese, and I was like, yeah, this situation, like I've already done all these steps. The guy just put me on the phone with like an English speaker. I don't know why. And then she's like, oh, you speak Japanese? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why are you on the phone with us? And I'm like, I don't know. Like someone else desperately needs this service. Like there's someone like in their accommodation trying to watch some porn, fucking Wi-Fi-less, just like, oh, it's not working. I don't speak Japanese. I need someone to help me at fucking Leopoldus. And I'm just tying up the line. Like, I don't need to be here. But then like, because I'm already on the line, it's just us three having a conversation in like half Japanese, half English, just for like 30, 40 minutes. I'm just tying up the line. And then finally, the woman's like, yeah, turns out your internet, shit. I'm like, yeah, I know this. She goes, yeah, turns out you're using the system from like...
Why do you think I called you?
Bro, what? Why am I on the phone to you? Why do you think I've done this? What are you talking... They're like, oh, we've done some analysis, and turns out...
We've determined that our internet service providing is
trash.
pretty bad.
So I right-clicked a file, and I clicked...
The go fast button.
I clicked diagnose, and it said shit. And I was like, yo, bro, that's... Bro, that's why. It's like, turns out using the internet system we've set up in 1872, so we're gonna send you the new internet router. Did you have the stick?
2001.
Did you have the stick thing?
The stick thing.
So
I had like an actual box.
okay, I had the Wi-Fi stick. David, this thing was yes. So what happens is yes, and it connects into your television. David is
What the absolute fuck?
welcome to my hell. You click this like Wi-Fi router stick thing. It's like a HDMI thing into your TV.
That's some tracking shit,
Bro.
I ain't playing around with
That's
that
what I'm saying.
garbage.
Only into my TV. I was like, I need multiple HDMI ports because there's no way in fuck I'm putting this shit in anything I own. So you plug into the TV and it logs you into whatever, and you can like start accessing like television, and they have like shit Leopoldus Netflix, bro. Leopoldus Netflix. Imagine they skinned Netflix and they were like, this is too modern. There's not enough clutter on the screen. Hold on, we can fix this. And they just threw in some random shows, bubble effects that do nothing, like
fun.
And then they were like, this is too smooth. Can we turn up the lag by 50%, please? And it just lags through. So you're like left. What's going on? There's suddenly it's like you overshoot everything every single time. You're trying to log in. You're like, oh, my password, chips with a Z, and it's like CHI. Nothing's loading. CHI. Then the entire password loads like 10. Yeah, and you're like
a whole block just appears.
Sake every time.
Yeah.
So that was like the new Wi-Fi sticker I got. But the amount of times like I got my Wi-Fi like replaced in this house, and they were like, it could be something to do with like the area. Maybe just the location of your apartment is bad. And I'm like, are you gonna knock down my apartment and build a new one? And they were like,
already done it for you. Burned it down.
Bro, literally. It was Leo Palace in Kanagawa. So yeah.
That place. I never ever went to your place.
It was trash. It was fine. Did you not?
No.
It was.
Once.
It was.
I went to.
So
was
far.
it similar to Morvin's?
No. Morvin's place was, I wouldn't say nicer, but nearer to the station.
Well,
I
it
would
wasn't
say.
after Jay got done with it, but
Bro, 100%, dude. Jay.
sorry, Jay.
Sorry, Jay. Jay threw up everywhere in that apartment. Jay wrecked that apartment, let me tell you, dude.
He had a rough night. The one and only time I ever went to Morvin's house.
Yeah, he had a rough night.
It was a rough night.
Poor baby. It was funny. My house was like, I never really invited anyone back to my house just because like there was nothing there. Like
Me either. Like I think the only person who ever went to my house in Kawasaki was Connor.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Love
And
Connor.
he used the bathroom, and that was it.
Seriously?
That was it. It's the only person who'd ever been in that house other than me.
But like this is the thing, like some people really luck out and get like really nice houses when you come.
Yeah.
Especially when you come to Japan as an English teacher. Like you're basically like at the whim of the company you come with.
Because if
can't.
you don't know any better, let's just assume that like you don't know what you're doing. You're just coming,
Yeah.
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed over.
Yeah.
You hopped off the plane and you're like, Onigiri, let's go.
Well, did you know Japan has 4 seasons? I read this on the plane.
You immediately get assaulted by a Mr. Tanaka like at
They're like, welcome to Japan. Is this your first day here? It is. Japan has 4 seasons.
Season is spring.
Bro, have you heard about spring?
We will move into summer, fall, and winter later in the year.
Do not mention Suyu to this man. He will stab you. He will stab. There is no Suyu in Bar 6A. Starts freaking out. Fuck's sake.
But yeah.
But no, continue, yeah.
But yeah, you're basically at the whim of your company
Yep.
because they're gonna look for a house for you because obviously one, I'm gonna assume that you probably can't read.
You definitely can't
So
read.
if you can't read, then trying to find a house is like good luck. It's like looking at a fucking Caesarea menu and being like, that spaghetti looks good.
That looks pretty decent. I'll live
I
there.
don't even know it's spaghetti. You're just
know
like,
what the
I
fuck
don't
it
know
is.
what the fuck this is. It looks all right.
The worst
This
thing is
one-
like even if you can read, let's say you can read, you're fluent in Japanese, you're like the greatest Japanese speaker in your N3 class, whatever. And then you're like, I'm gonna come to Japan. I'm gonna work as a teacher for like X amount of months and or years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find my own accommodation before I get there. No, you're not, because
they're definitely not gonna fucking rent to you if you're not in the country.
yeah, they're just gonna be like, no. You're gonna be calling or emailing places, and they're gonna be like, wow, Christina-san, great. Please come and visit the apartment next week. And you're like, oh, I'm still in fucking Botswana. It's like, well, fuck you then. What?
It's a very specific
what am I gonna do?
place. But yeah.
The fuck? Like they just won't rent to you. Like it's very difficult. Yeah.
Like maybe if you're like, I want this place, and you send it to your company.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Maybe it's cheap enough.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I mean, we came with Interac, and we can say that now. But they have a deal with like Leo Palace, specifically to put you in a Leo Palace.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they get some kind of monetary kickback. So you bet your ass if you're coming over with them, you're going
to Leo Palace.
Leo Palace, unless it can't be helped.
It cannot. Listen, people are gonna deny it to their core in the company. They're gonna be like, no, we don't. We don't get any kickbacks. Bullshit. Because
Speaking about Interac, we'll talk about that after your speech.
because every single fucking man I knew and their dog ended up in a fucking Leo Palace apartment, even though there were cheaper and closer alternatives. Like there was a cheaper, closer alternative apartment nearer to the station I would be using constantly, but instead they put me like in a Leo Palace further away, way more expensive. It was like $700 a month.
I was in a 1K for Hachiman. I was like, "Are you fucking?
Are you fucking serious, my dude? Like, bro, same.
I'm in a what is this? This would be like a one
DK, yeah. 1 DK?
for 7.
There we go.
I was at a 1K for 8, And it was not in a good place.
No.
It was in like the middle of like
Nowhere.
Daishi.
Literally, I was in the middle of nowhere. The only benefit of where I was living was that there was a 7-Eleven like right next to me, and there was a big park I could run in, and my house sat on a Pokemon Go gym, so I would like wreck the gym from my bed. Like to this day, that gym was like the stronghold of our area. It was fucking sick. But then like, apart from that, there are cheaper, nicer accommodations around the area. Like when I finally sort of got my head around like the Japanese housing market and like how renting stuff works here, I went to like just like off the website, like a housing place, just to look at the houses, and I was like, bro, there is a cheaper house 3 seconds away from me. Like, why am I not
they
there?
don't make any money off that.
They don't know. They just don't care. It's ridiculous. Like honestly, I think coming to Japan, if you're like looking to get a house here before you come, if you have connections in Japan, maybe try and leverage those to get a better accommodation. But then outside of that, if you got to go for the company, try and like give them something, or tell them like you only want to spend like a certain amount, or you want an accommodation that's like this, and see if they can actually like put you somewhere decent. But like 9 out of 10 times, they don't give a shit. Like they got a billion fucking, what's the word? Sky. You can use them once and throw it. Use it, throw it away. What's one thing? No, yeah, but with people, not transferable.
Slaves.
No, that's that, but English teaching.
ALTs.
Yes, that. Yeah, they got like.
That's our slave labor.
That's us.
We don't use it.
We don't use that anymore. We don't use that. That's
We've
us.
been freed.
No, LT. That's Jordan Sensei. That's my slave name. Not heard that in 10 years. Fucking nonsense, dude.
Yeah.
You said you had news about it, right?
So
what did they do? What crimes?
What didn't they do?
Bro, what crimes did they
So,
break this time?
Do you remember a little while back?
I'm listening.
Where they went on strike. Do you remember this?
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So there's been
Oh my
some
God.
developments.
Oh my God.
In that. So
oh my God. The tea.
So basically, after like 3 years of striking, and
Jesus
4 years of
fucking
negotiation,
Christ.
they finally started moving toward a settlement.
4 years. Okay. Go on.
So basically, like Interac, they refused
Classic.
to like
Do anything? Help.
not do anything, but they're because they're on the Tokyo Stock Exchange, right?
Yeah.
But they refuse to show their finances, which you have to do.
You have to.
You have to. It's legal. You have to, right? So like, if they show their finances, you can clearly see that teachers are getting fucked over, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So I guess recently on
That's
April 12th, what
hilarious.
happened is that, you know, by the point that the union was at, it was very like flagrant that they are just violating the rights of like worker rights, basically harassing people at work.
Yeah,
'Cause
constantly.
They sent like people to go harass that person or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was
dickheads.
specifically.
Yeah.
And like finding a way to fire the guy
Yep.
after.
Yep.
So
That's so illegal.
so after each thing, they're filing additional claims against them in this ongoing lawsuit.
As
right?
they should
Because
be.
Of course you should.
Yeah.
So, but on April 12th this year, they offered to disclose their finances of their subsidiaries that employ the people who are suing them, their members.
Okay.
So in return, they asked us to withdraw our original claim for financial disclosure, and they're like, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So we told the Interact that we would consider their proposal, but that we're hoping to settle the entire case, not just parts of it.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
So it's moving forward, but we'll see what happens, and like hopefully, you know, I feel bad for the people who, not feel bad necessarily, but in a way I feel that the people who are working still as ALTs, and I know that there's some people we know that probably still are working as ALTs like 5 years on, just because I don't know, they like doing the work, or
sometimes you need the free time. LT,
you do other creative things, right?
You finish work at like 3 p.m. It's fucking it's pretty good.
If you have like some creative endeavor that you're doing after work, finishing
yeah,
at 3 is amazing.
It's amazing, honestly, 100%.
Sun's still out, you
bro.
can do shit.
The sun is still out. My God, yeah. Continue.
So I feel bad for those people, especially if they're just getting fucked over, because it's become a race to the bottom, right? Like at this point, there's going to be a point where they're going to hire teachers and they are not going to be able to survive. Like it's literally living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And it's like not even living paycheck to paycheck. It's living paycheck to paycheck and not being able to afford food or internet.
The worst thing is as well, especially for like, I'm actually currently researching things to make a video about like But I've already researched about like being like an English teacher in Japan. Why you basically shouldn't be an English teacher in Japan is something I'm like writing about. But then one of the things is that, as David said, because it's like a race to the bottom. When we were teaching for a little while, like it was paycheck to paycheck. You could not save any money. Like saving was fucking hard.
I could save, but like if I'm
Penance.
saving, it was always like we would go out for the drinks or something once in a while. And like I'm not going out with you guys like all the time. Like this was not like an every Friday type thing. Like this is once in a while people would get together. And I think you guys got together more, but you lived closer to each other, so like we weren't all riding trains and shit. Even then, it would be like $100 night, typically, right? Something around there. Like
yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
But whatever. You don't do it often. But every time that happened, you're just like, fuck
me.
Like,
yeah.
You're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive now.
Literally, no, 100%. It's especially when it's your first time in Japan, you're meeting all these like new friends. You want to hang out and do cool shit.
Yeah.
And you just don't have the money to do anything. The question then is, why the fuck are you even here? Because if you can't experience the country you're in, because you're basically why are you here? Like, because you're basically broke. Why the fuck are you here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and worse is that there are like prorated months as well. And I think they did this thing, especially in Interact, where they went, okay, no more prorated months on this new contract, but instead of like paying you like for those months, we're just gonna like level out all your pay. We're
gonna slice Ichiman off of every single other month that you work and then stack that into August.
But they're like you guys are bad at saving, so we're gonna save for you. We're gonna skim off the cream of your paycheck and then give it back to you in the months that we're basically not paying you.
So you're already not making enough money, and then they're gonna skim off the top and give it to you.
Literally,
later.
you cannot. And that's first year when you're not paying like tax and healthcare and whatever. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
like,
oh God, yeah.
So
don't even get me started with that shit.
So you've come to Japan. You're making no money, working for like a shitty English company. Sure, you're finishing work at like 3 p.m., but you don't have money to do anything. And for the ones that do or have come with like a war chest of like funding, most people do, to be fair, that's gonna run out first year. And then from second year, you're fucked. Like everyone had a war chest, and it was done like that, like that. Even the companies are like, oh my God, hey, bring like a couple thousand of your home currency with you so you can like enjoy your time when you're here the first year, blah blah blah. And it's because like we know we're paying you dog shit. Like we know we're not
100%.
We're not paying you enough money to survive. So bring your own money. So we don't have to pay you shit. And while you're still in that hole, whoa, Nihon Psycho, is that onigiri? It's shaped like a triangle. Whoa, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's because most people, once they run out of that base amount of money that they
just
got,
go. Yeah.
And that's like, that'll take you like, with your income from working.
A year, 2 years.
2 years, and then that's when you fuck off.
Yeah.
But it's like, people like you and me who are in it for the long haul, who are going to stay probably
forever. Yeah.
I don't plan on going anywhere else.
Not for a while anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So, and like not even permanently. So, but like for us, it's like you can't survive on that. Like it's just a, the water's slowly filling up. Maybe it's at your ankles now.
Yeah.
But in a year or 2 years, suddenly it's at your throat, right?
You're actually fucked, yeah. I do know a lot of people who've been working in like Interact, whatever, for like a long time with no like subsidiary income. So they're just like working like hand to mouth basically. And I'm like, why have you come to Japan to live this like basically broke lifestyle? Like you could be doing way better things like in your home country. And I get it, like a lot of people just want to live and like experience living in Japan. I fully get that, but I'm like, there are other ways that you could potentially come to the country that don't involve working for like a predatory English teaching company. And because there is like this revolving door of like, sorry to say, weebs that want to come and live in Japan for a bit, like they're never gonna change the way that they're paying or like dealing with teachers in a sense. So like you're kind of fucked.
Why would you want to? Because
why would you?
It's like you said, it is predatory.
It's very predatory, yeah.
Because they know that people will line up to come, not knowing what they're getting into at all.
Yep, 100%. Yeah. And they still line up to come. Like I've had people messaging me like, oh my God, I want to like come to Japan as like an English teacher. I want to join like this company. What do you think? And I'm like, you're gonna be poor in like a year. Like it's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Like you will. I don't have any qualms about telling people that. Right?
Oh no. I think it's very important. It's important to say.
Know.
No, you have to know. I think it's very important to say. Like especially if the various English teaching companies don't want to reveal like their finances, don't want to reveal like how much you're making, how much your fucking teacher's over. And that's perfectly okay. But then it's fully in my right to then also be like, yeah, this company's like trash. Like my whole thing is like, if someone comes to me and they ask me about an experience I've had with a company, I'm not gonna lie. Like if someone
No,
says to
why
me,
would you?
why would
Yeah.
I lie? It makes no sense. For the sake of
Outside
who?
of the one time where the company tried to sue us.
That was hilarious, to be fair. Like no,
But-
but even then, like
But even then, yeah.
even then, it's like okay, cool. I just won't. All I've learned from that and other experiences is that cool. I'll just talk about it quietly behind the scenes to anyone who asks me. Like I won't go out and be like, fucking Interact's bad
Yeah,
because
you don't need to
No.
shout it out to the rooftop.
being silly. But if someone messages me or DMs me and they're like, oh my god, hey Jordan, I heard you worked for like this company for a while. What do you think? I'll be like, let's grab a coffee and I'll tell you. And I'll be like, here's what it was like working in the company, and I will tell you the good parts, the bits I loved. I'll tell you the bad parts, parts I hated, and leave it to you to make your own decision. And that's up to you. Like I've told people like this company is like, oh, company X is like this parts were good, these parts were bad, but if you don't mind these bad parts, then the company's like fine to work there. And they'll be like, oh, I'm okay with those bad parts.
Right.
I'll work there. I'm like, cool. But then other people are like, no, fuck that. And I'm like, cool.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
This
like,
doesn't affect me in any way. Like I do not care. Like
It's why now like I'm seriously debating about going back to school.
Ooh,
So
what
not
you gonna
like
study?
school.
When you
but
gonna study,
IT.
David?
Going back to do
Fuck
IT.
yeah, dude. That's
Because
great.
There's no reason why I shouldn't.
No, exactly. Yeah, smash it.
Right?
Online courses, easy specs,
Yeah. Basically.
easy.
So there's a government, like not assisted, but like a government run IT program that like I guess okay, it's not government run, it's like government like
Funded.
funded
Yeah.
IT program
Mm.
where they get you trained up for IT
That's
and
great.
then just like stick you in a job
A
or
job.
whatever, right? But like after you get the training, you don't have to take that government job.
No, just go wherever.
Go wherever, right?
Is this
Exactly,
is
right?
a Japan-based program or like a?
Yeah, it's a Japan-based program specifically. So, like, I guess out of this school
Mm.
specifically, they after you finish, they look for jobs
That's
for
cool.
you because they're like a similar at the end. They're like a similar to a recruiting.
Ah,
situation
that makes
where
sense. Yeah,
they
yeah.
find you a job, they get money back. So it's in
Mm.
their best interest
To get
to
you a decent
train
position,
you
yeah.
as a good like
IT person,
professional,
yeah.
and then send you out to a job, and then if they're happy with, I think it's like something like if you stay at your job for longer than a year, you get some kind of kickback from the school as well.
I love kickbacks. That's
Something like that.
fantastic. You should link that into Discord. That's fucking great. I think that's a very good way of coming to Japan actually. So there are lots of
IT,
different
there's so many.
there's
IT
so many
jobs.
IT jobs. Like
I
it's
think
so
people
stupid.
don't understand that if they're not in the IT world immediately, because a lot of the IT stuff that happens in Japan happens in English.
Yes.
And the reason for this is all the
Yes.
software is written in
In
fucking
English.
America.
Yeah. Literally, you're good.
So like as a Japanese person who doesn't speak English,
You're fucked.
if you open up Microsoft Word and everything's in fucking English, you're
You're
like obviously you're not using like Microsoft Word.
But
You're
whatever,
using,
yeah.
like,
Python,
or
some shit.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like all the documentation in that is in English. So it's like I need to figure out how this works.
Yep.
And then you go to GitHub to look how it works, and there's just a 40-page document that's all in English, and you
You're
don't
like-
speak English, and you go, Sasuga.
さすが.
Should have paid attention in fucking high school.
Bro, should have paid attention in fucking English 101. Like, legitly.
Exactly,
like,
right?
I think this is why, like, a lot of, if you want to come to Japan, I've always said that an IT position is one of the
You will make
so much money, hand over fucking fist. Like, Japan is going through like a weird, has been going through, will continue to go through a weird IT boom where, like, they're like, all of our,
AI is starting to catch on here.
they are indeed as well, yeah. It's like, all our systems are not working because we're using the systems that we've been using since, like, 1922, and we need, like, IT professionals. So, like, the amount of recruiters and stuff that message me on, like, LinkedIn, they're like, hey, do you have any IT experience? And I'm like, maybe, why would you want? And like, oh, we have like 50 jobs. We have like
Right, yeah,
50 jobs, and they're all like IT based positions, data entry,
It's
whatever.
Like, here, I need a UX designer.
Literally.
It's like, well, I mean, maybe I could do that.
I don't fucking know, but like, cool. It's so much of that.
If
Basically,
someone wanted to hire me to do like graphic design, I think I could do it.
you could do it,
But
100%.
it'd be, I don't think I'd be confident enough to do it. But I think
could do
I
it.
could do it.
You
If
could
they're
do it.
like, here's a design doc of what we think we want it to look like. I could bang that up.
You'd be like, I can graphic design that. No stress.
no
Like,
problem.
easy.
I mean, I'm thinking about doing business cards.
Yeah, exactly.
To hand out.
Easy.
What do you? Let's talk about business cards.
Oh, let me wrap this up real quick then. If you come to Japan, there are multiple ways you can actually get to the country, and one of the ways is avoiding English teaching and thinking about what you actually want to do in the country. So, for example, if you want to do like IT stuff, come in on the IT thing. If you want to do like some kind of creative shit, look for creative positions in the country. Like English teaching is a good in, but it shouldn't be your final destination. Get out within a year or two is like the max. I stayed way too long because I was like, this is fucking fun. I met all the boys, had a good time. You know what I'm saying?
We had a weird situation with like the way that we got here. And then we were here for like a year.
Yeah.
And then COVID for like 3, right?
That's right. Yeah, it was.
So,
well, it was a year or two, basically. It was
like
after I moved.
Year and a half.
Yeah. And then it was
So
like Corona, yeah.
It like just a really weird situation.
It was very strange, yeah. A lot of that, I keep forgetting like a lot of the time we've spent in Japan has just been like in a fucking pandemic.
Pandemic quarantine.
Yeah, it's been fucking,
really
it's been weird, yeah. But anyway, I digress. There are more ways to get to Japan. Do your research. Don't take the easiest path when there are more beneficial paths that are there. Business cards, David.
We'll talk about it after the break.
Hey everyone, it's David Petrangelo, one of your hosts from Remember 64, the podcast that goes on the totally tubular journey through the Nintendo 64's library. Join us as we dive into classics from Nintendo, Rare, and into the early days of polygons and 3D worlds. Yes, we're covering it all from top of the charts down to the dingy basement and everything in between. We may even find a few hidden gems. Ooh, intriguing. Remember 64, only on the Tokyo Beat Network.
Man, that ad read is just...
It's snappy.
It's
quick.
so snappy. I like it a lot. Like, it's here and it's done. Fucking, let's go, baby.
There's no lead-in music. There's no...
Nah. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Here's the thing. We're done. All right, next. Back to the podcast. Fucking beautiful. Business cards, David.
Okay, I haven't dealt with meishi that much.
Meishi, let's go.
You have. I know you have or had. Or,
I have. I still do. Yeah, I got tons.
Yeah. You have a business card.
I do.
When you get it, like, what's a good business card?
A good business card, I would say. So there are, my God, let's talk about Japanese fucking business etiquette. So when it comes to like a good business card, there are two things you need. One is English and the other is Japanese.
Okay.
Very important. So you can sort of, what's the word? On the text itself, you want to have English and Japanese so it reports like both people. And what some people would do is they'll go like English on one side, Japanese on the other, which is fine.
I like it all on one side.
Same. All on one side makes more sense. Make it
backside, just plain logo. That's it.
Streamlined, smooth as possible. Keep it like simple.
Right.
When it comes to like a good business card, don't make it too cluttered. It's very important. It's got to be straight to the point. What is it? Like logo, a name, a contact number, a contact email. You're done. Anything that's like too much, like especially when I get business cards, if there's like so much shit on the card, I'm like, I don't want to have to.
I
deal
don't know
with
where
this.
to look.
Yeah, where am I looking? This. So I'm like, okay, this is Tanaka Yude-san, and he works at what is this? The Kobe Bureau of Education. What the fuck? Why are there 20 logos on this thing? What?
Right.
Who's sponsoring your business cards? Like, what the fuck? Like, get your shit together. Like, it gets annoying. I just
motherfuckers out here looking like an esports
look
team.
at the fucking esports team. What was literally just fucking standing all cool, bro? Fucking get out of here with that nonsense. Keep it streamlined. Keep it smooth. So, I've done a lot of like fucking meishi kokan, a lot of meishi trading, and I would say that the points that stick out for me the most are one is like an interesting meishi, is always really good.
What do you constitute as interesting? Like a weird shape or
yes?
Yeah, okay.
I'll put it this way. So like you will receive. Oh, this is
like if you work at Pokemon, you're fucking
Pokeball or
meishi is
something.
like
Yeah.
A Pikachu head. Or
Yeah. So like
very difficult.
Very difficult to put
in a wallet or something.
And this is the problem. So there are two paths to this. So you can keep the classic meishi rectangle shape, and you go, oh my god, here's my meishi. I'm fucking Jordan Green. They go, wow, plain as fuck meishi, but this fits into my meishi holder. It's really great, cool meishi. And then after that, it's about how cool are you as a person to link yourself to that meishi. So they go, oh my god, Jordan, that's the guy with the afro, cool, impactful dude. I have his meishi. I'm gonna remember this guy because of like his personality and like the conversations we had and just the work we did together. Wow, what a cool guy, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're like just like a wallflower and then your meishi is just like dry as fuck, I will never remember you. Like I won't. Like the amount I normally write on people's meishi like, oh, this guy was this person.
I went when we went to Ardedly.
Yeah.
Not the last time because I wasn't there. The 2 times ago.
Yeah.
I got a business card from someone.
Nice.
And I have no idea where it went.
There we go. There we go.
I maybe I put it in my wallet, but like if it's not in here, I don't remember it. Nope. That's I don't know
nope.
who that is.
Just point cards.
Who is this?
Meishi?
I don't want to say their name.
No, let's look at it.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I have no idea.
But I mean, that's like a plain as fuck.
Oh, I know who this is. This is the hairdresser. No, it's not. This is a lawyer.
Ah, it is a lawyer. Yes. Okay, now I remember where I got.
That's a lawyer. Do you know I knew? Because the email said it was like hashtag hyphen law.
Hyphen law. Yeah.
Hyphen law. And I was like, oh, that's a lawyer right
when I
there.
was gonna sue my previous employer.
Fuck yeah, get fucked. Yeah, 100%. Like
Yeah.
this is what, and that's what I mean. Like unless you have a meishi that's like automatically like eye catching, or you're an interesting individual, your meishi is kind of not worth the card it's printed on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I picked it up, I grabbed it, I put it somewhere. I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
So clearly, I did not give a shit.
And that's the problem. Like a lot of meishi just get thrown in the trash, or like put in like I have a box of
Put them
meishi.
in a stack.
Yeah,
and
I would just stack my meishi and then I would give
now
it to
I
like.
understand though. Like I remember from like 1980s movies where people would have like a fucking Rolodex of like
yeah.
business cards.
Yeah.
Now I understand why that existed.
Yeah. You have so fucking
Because
many.
You get it, and then you just like put it in your fucking Rolodex.
Yeah.
And you just forget about it until you need them in like the fucking 11th hour, and be like, I need John the Chicken Man because I'm having a barbecue on the weekend. Flip to John the Chicken Man.
There he is. Chickens Incorporated. Let
I've
me
never talked to you for 6 years, but I need chicken real bad.
remember me from 10 years ago at that one event. Well, I saved your meishi. The number's been changed. Who's this?
Fuck.
Ah, well, that's trash
Right,
now. What a waste.
exactly,
Literally, like it's shit. Like for me, for a meishi, I would do one of two things. I would put it in a very interesting style, as in I would shape the meishi very interestingly. But it all depends on who I'm meeting. If it's like an important business, I'm gonna go meet clients. We're gonna go hang out and do whatever meishi.
Right.
I would keep the meishi as a rectangle because they need to put that meishi in their own meishi holder with the rest of their collected meishi from the day. And if your meishi is an interesting shape, sure, they won't put it in the holder. They'll put it somewhere else. But that's more easily lost or forgotten or accidentally thrown away. So you want to have it in like.
I think that's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Because
if
it's a weird shape and they don't put it in their meishi thing,
they can't.
They find it and they're like, "Oh yeah, this person."
It's
right?
true.
If you put it in your meishi holder, then it's just there forever. Until
Oh no! You gotta take them off so you can put more meishi in there,
right,
basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But no, 100%. It is very much a double-edged sword. But I think if you're meeting people, depending on like what position you're in, what like work you're doing, sometimes rectangle meishi is just easier. If you're like a creative type, I would say like maybe you can have like an interesting like shaped meishi that's related to like what you do. But don't go crazy with, you know what I mean?
That's gonna cost like.
Oh yeah, it'd be more money.
Outside of square like rectangle shaped meishi, like that's gonna be an annoyance.
That's gonna be an annoyance to deal with, dude. 100%. I think so, 100%. But yeah, when it comes to like designing like a simple like rectangle meishi, I think I've seen some really interesting things been done. One of the ones that got me that I was like, this is really cool, but when I saw the meishi, the first thing I thought was, how are you dealing with this with old people? Can you guess what the meishi was? So I got the meishi, and there's one thing on the meishi, and as I saw it, I went, this is cool. How the fuck are old people even wrapping their heads around what you're doing here? Can you guess what it was?
I've seen some weird meishi. I'm gonna assume that the meishi was like something weird, like just a QR code.
100%. He's got it. One guess. It was just a fucking QR code. It was just a QR code.
You handed me Missing No from Pokemon and been like, here you go.
Literally, I'm like,
at it and you're like, what the fuck is this?
I got it and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then,
but like that
not.
doesn't tell me anything, right?
No.
Because now I just have a QR code that could be for fucking anything.
I'll ask you a question.
Yes.
How many times do you think I scanned the QR code?
0.
100%. Not once.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
once. Because I went, wow, a QR code? That's really cool. But in my head, I went, wow,
You
extra work?
You don't know where the fuck the QR code takes
I'm not
you.
scanning this shit. You're crazy. On my personal phone for you to track me? No.
Like you can literally make the QR code go to fucking anything. Right? So if I really wanted to fuck with people, I could just put whatever the fuck I wanted.
Fucking helicopterdicks.org or some shit. Like,
exactly.
who's gonna start? It's in a meishi triangle form.
Straight to lemon party.
Straight to fucking lemon. Listen, you don't want to go to lemon party.
No.
You don't want to, especially on a train. You're like, oh, whose meishi is this? QR code. Let me just scan that real quick.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then boom, now you're done.
Boom. Now you're a sex offender. Now you're arrested. This is your fault.
Sorry.
Shouldn't have been in the women's carriage. It's not my concern. Shit like that. Like, stuff like that's really going to, like, it's cool, and I get the idea of it, and maybe having a QR code somewhere on the meishi is interesting, but just a QR code, you're doing too much.
Do you know what the wildest meishi I've ever seen was?
Go on. What is it? What happened?
So, it was like a card, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But it was like hard plastic.
That's cool. Go on. That's expensive.
Okay.
Go on.
Here's the even crazier thing.
Oh, God.
You know how, like, on like a credit card,
Do not show that to the camera.
it's got, I won't, it's off the,
Go.
but you know how it's got, like, this thing?
Yeah, the chip, yeah.
The chip? It's like, imagine this is your meishi.
Yeah.
Then the chip flips out, it's a USB.
Holy shit, that's cool. Wait.
Yeah.
What's on that USB?
I don't know. I think it was empty. I don't remember.
I would not put that on my computer. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
That's
It's-
crazy. But that's cool as
It's
fuck.
cool.
That's cool.
But also, that's how you, like, brick your fucking PC.
Bro, that's how you get viruses.
Yeah, 100%.
You're wild.
Cool idea.
Not very practical.
Not very practical at all.
So I mean, like, stuff, like, especially today where everyone's, like, more concerned about, like, their own, like, identity theft and, like...
Right, and some kind of, like, security, cybersecurity.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And if you're not... into
bro, you
cybersecurity,
fucking
you should be.
protect your shit, my guys, like 100%. Like, so because of all that that's going on currently, when people are like, "Oh, I got a great idea for a meishi," it's just gonna be a USB that you can just plug into your computer, and then our information pops up. It's like, why don't you just inject heroin into my dick? It sounds safer. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is my computer, it's my livelihood.
How to get your stuff stolen 101.
Bro.
Stick random USBs into your PC.
Why would you do that? Like, it's like, that's like finding, like, have you seen that meme of, like, there's like a USB that's been like cemented into a building or some shit?
Right, and
You can just plug your computer in.
whatever.
It's like, why would you do this? This is so risky. Like, fucking
yeah.
house downloading, fucking pending, dude. Like, ridiculous. But yeah, when it comes to like a meishi, it's about smooth, simple designs, accuracy amongst the text, because you're printing thousands of these in a sense. You don't do any mistakes. And then something eye-catching or like gimmicky almost. I would have, for the Tokyo Fresh meishi, here's my idea. The back... No, go on.
Continue.
Or
I'll read Dan's comment.
Okay.
after.
So my idea for like a good Tokyo Fresh meishi would be the entire meishi is basically same size as a normal meishi, but it's cut out and it's just like Tokyo Fresh, you know? And then on the Tokyo Fresh, on the other side, it's like our information. Jordan David, Tokyo Fresh, email us here. Here's the social media stuff.
Yeah.
Done. Or some rectangle, same thing. The other side is a nice like little like almost sort of a paint colors, like very, very light colors. Tokyo Fresh, or blues or
I was gonna say,
purples.
what's your take on colors for
Colors fine.
meishi?
Colors good. I like
No.
color.
Are you a black meishi or a white meishi type person?
Black meishi cool as fuck, to be fair.
I like black meishi.
Black meishi cool as fuck, yeah. I'm gonna lie. Black meishi is very cool. Yeah, black meishi very cool. It depends on what design you're putting on it and
That's
like
true.
how it interacts with like the text that's on the meishi itself too. Where you're printing it, is the printing high quality? Is it gonna look like a weird faded meishi, or is it gonna be like a nice?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's the thing with black meishi is that like if the material it's made out of has like it's probably like white, right? 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be black printed. It's gonna fray at the edges,
Yep, every time.
and you'll have like a white
You
outline.
don't want that. Yeah. What was Dan's comment?
Dan says, "What if a girl put a QR code under her skirt that calls the police for
That's
takes a
so
photo.
fucking funny. That's
'Cause your camera
brilliant.
would automatically
That's
scan it,
so
right?
funny. Bro, my man's living in 2027. That's crazy. No, we need that. We need Abe, come on. Oh wait, he's dead. Who's alive?
They should just like like if you have your phone anywhere close to the ground and facing upwards, it should just automatically call the police because who's
100%.
taking a picture down there?
What are you doing down there?
What are you doing down
What are you
there?
doing down there?
Unless you're like a fucking electrician.
Bro,
Why are you down there with the
You
camera?
better scan your meishi before your camera's down there, just so I know that you're an electrician for
Right,
sure,
just like,
for
I'm
sure,
going to
for
be
sure.
working for the next 30 minutes.
Bro.
Scan.
Mm-hmm. You gotta double confirm it and
Yeah.
shit.
Two-factor identification.
Bro, you got a two-factor identification on my phone, so I can turn it upside down, so I can use my fucking flashlight
Right.
to find my contact lens or some nonsense. You know what I mean? I get a call from the police. What are you doing, sir? I was
What are
like,
you
I dropped my contact. I
Wellness check.
sworn. Turn on your camera so we know that
Right.
you're.
I need to look
being
through your photos.
Oh shit. Could you not? It's nothing. It's
you not?
it's nothing embarrassing. It's just full of memes, and I don't want you to question me about my meme usage currently. It's just full of photos of Goku Black. It's like, why have you? Not from the anime. I mean, like just African American Goku.
Black.
It's just African American Goku. Yeah, that's it.
No, that's Black Goku, not Goku Black.
It's Black Goku, not Goku. Bro, I got side quest. I got like Choco Kirby.
Yeah.
I won. Do you know? Have you seen my Choco Kirby
No.
that I won in the?
Is he like brown Kirby?
So hold on, I was dying.
Or is he Kirby eating chocolate?
No, it's brown Kirby.
Brown
So
Kirby?
I go
Brown
to
Kirby's been in games.
bro. Yeah. So I go to
There's like Nega Kirby who's like
Nega Kirby.
Yeah, he's like black.
Bro, that's a
right?
bit too. Oh, the pitch. Yeah. I've
Pitch
seen the one.
black
The pitch
with
black.
yellow eyeballs.
I want that one. It looks really cool as well. It's like I went to this. Oh, there it is. I went to this arcade and I ended up getting this.
Huh, neat. Okay.
I'll show it to the camera. I ended up getting like Choco Kirby, and because this thing is like completely round, it is. Look at my fucking Negumi collection, dude. That's ridiculous.
I have a bunch. Dude.
He does have a bunch.
there's-
Beautiful.
They're over there.
But yeah, so because this Kirby's like perfectly round, it was really hard to pick up on the claw thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like putting money, trying to pick this thing up. The guy's like, bro, this is like the hardest thing to get in this arcade currently. And I'm like, why? And he's like, bro, it's a perfect circle. It just, he's like, even if the claw is on like grip size 100 maximum, thinking fucking rip paint off a truck, even then, Kirby gonna roll out. I'm like, bro, how do I get this? And he puts it basically so like it's literally on the edge. And he goes, bro, just knock it in. He's like, get it right there, it'll just fall in. I'm like, cool. So I get this Kirby and I'm like, yo, I got it. I finally won this Choco. Guys ringing the bell. Oh, Merato.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I was like, thank you. I've always wanted this Kirby. He's like, so ne, Choco Kirby da ne. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no, this is African American Kirby. I was like, no, this is African American Kirby. You can't call African American chocolate. What's wrong with you? He's just staring at me.
We live in Japan. They don't know.
No, they don't know. Bro, I'm dying in this arcade. Because to me, that's the funniest thing. And then for like a week, I was just posting it online and shit, being like, guys, I want African American Kirby. And everyone's like, Jordan, stop calling it chocolate Kirby African American Kirby. For like 2 weeks. I just couldn't stop. Because it's so funny. Fuck me. Apparently there's like a whole bunch of different like flavors and shit as well. It's like chocolate and strawberry and vanilla or whatever, but like African American Kirby is legit the funniest. But there's like, because that round Kirby is like so hard to get, my plan was to get like a bunch of them. Like I wanted like the yellow one as well, but like, I just couldn't like put in any more money to try and fish out any more Kirby because it was so difficult.
Yeah.
It was just so fucking difficult, dude. Honestly, like ridiculous. Hardest one I've got to date, like legitly hardest one I've got to date. Fucking silly. Man, David, do I not love the game center? It is the greatest place. It's so much fucking fun. Anyway, I digress. Back to Meishi, as I was talking. Forgive me.
Meishi's not that interesting. Come on.
I do like. I do really like the topic of Meishi. I think it's something that I'll wrap up for you. I'll wrap up this topic then. I think because if you're
I don't have anything else
Okay.
specific to talk
Okay,
about.
okay.
We can talk about Meishi. That's fine.
No. So I was saying that when you last about Meishi, if you come to Japan as a creative, or you have some kind of business or whatever you're trying to start, Japan is still very much on the age of like you need a business card, especially at like events and stuff. I think Gaijin Pot and a couple of other companies are not doing, but they're restarting their like social business events. Come and rub elbows with people from your industry type shit, you know.
Mhm.
And at those events, like you need Meishi more than I can even explain. Like it's a way to like for people to remember you, but it's also a way for like to show you're serious about the business you're doing. If you go to an event and you don't have any Meishi and you're just like wandering around being like, hey, I'm Jordan, handshake, nice to meet you, and they go, here's my Meishi, and you go, oh, I don't have Meishi. It's like, why are you here? is the feeling that people get. It's like, oh,
Right.
you're here just to hang out.
Right, yeah, you're not serious.
You're
You're
not-
not taking it as serious as you should be.
You're not a serious businessman like me. I'm wearing a suit and I have meishi in my inside pocket. I'm a serious businessman. I'm serious about my company of selling sex toys internationally, like whatever, like
Sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it is. As long as you have like that meishi,
Just an erect penis.
bro. It's I think I've discussed making like a penis meishi, like at great length as well, like
Great lengths.
at great dude. That's the company name.
At least 5 inches.
No, the company's called Great Lengths. That's the
great lengths.
It's the company name. It's a very. We had to make our own custom meishi holders.
Right.
None of the meishi would fit. It's just a big condom.
Yeah.
That's what the meishi is.
It's got the gorilla on it.
It's got the
right?
gorilla, of course. The elephant.
elephant.
It's got the elephant. It's got the fucking.
Sorry, the gorilla's the grip one.
The gorilla is the real one. It's got the elephant for the lens. It's like I go at Great Lengths. My meishi. Give me one moment. I hire a guy to stand behind me and go with a slide whistle when I pull my fucking meishi out. Bro, that's a different guy. He only works Tuesdays and Wednesdays. He's a student still. Like, wow, you're very serious about your company. I can tell by the 10 people you've bought with various circus instruments.
Standing like 5 feet away, you just hand it to him from here.
I gotta bow. I'm bowing really deeply, but the meishi just shanking him in his fucking stomach when I'm bowing down. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. He's
Bends
like,
in half on the ground.
I'm like, sorry, this has never happened before. Just flap it around.
You gotta unroll it.
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. Here, take this one. It's ribbed for your pleasure. This is why I was banned from the meishi factory. They're like, can you stop making 9-inch shaft meishi?
We don't even have a printer that big.
How did you print these? They were made by hand.
They got like one of those dot matrix printers that just like doesn't cut. It just prints forever.
I gotta print like 10 meishis. It's just 5 normal meishis, and then the 6th one I've just cut into like a semicircle.
They have to attach multiple A4 sheets of paper together.
I'm Jordan Green now from Great Lengths Company. My meishi, guys. So the guy jumped. Just gets more absurd of time. This is why no one will let me have a company. I've been trying to get this company registered for years now, and no one will take me seriously. I'm like, look, I bought 3 jugglers. Let me register my company, Great Lengths. Like, what do you sell? We're not sure yet, but the concept is there. Listen,
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
what's your business? We
Don't know. I just like cards.
We don't know. But the meme is so good. Please let me register. I'm banned from the Shaq show that you stop coming, sir. Stop harassing our stuff.
What do you sell? Vacuum cleaners.
What do you sell? We sell televisions. What is your Macy beef? Who's that man juggling behind?
We're sexual harassment lawyers.
We'll go to any length to get you off the job. No. Oh my god.
Are you fucked?
No.
Oh, man.
No lengths. No lengths. Oh my god.
Always hard, never soft.
Jordan Green, attorney at law. Yeah, I have my main sheet. The judge is just there like, I would not have my room turn into a circus. It's just one lion tamer. It's fine. What does this have to do with law? I'll go to any length for my clients.
I need to pass a note to the judge.
Judge, I have a note. Permission to approach the bench.
Don't even stand up because it reaches the whole way.
Boing, boing, boing. Oh my god. Would last.
What
would
season
last.
are we in again?
Oh my god, this is not season 1. Stop it. We would last one trial. I'll be disbarred like that, dude. John Green, Ex-Attorney at Law.
That's obstruction of business.
What am I going to do with 10,000 penis-shaped meishi now? Oh, Lord, help me.
Jesus.
That's fucking funny. Jesus Christ, Dave, what's wrong with me? And this is why I'm not allowed to start any business in
Right.
Japan, David, because this is all I would do. I would just meme the entire time.
What business can I start where I can make my meishi a wiener?
No, literally, I'm such a child. That is hilarious, though. Fuck me, man. God damn it. Anyway, I digress. David, I am on fire currently.
It is very hot in here.
Do you know what's actually insane? Like, I've realized that. So I read somewhere like recently that apparently this year is meant to be like the most humid year in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard this? Which means Tsuyu, the secret 5th season, is going to be like 10 times longer.
Yep.
And that also means mosquitoes. David,
I've already had mosquitoes in my house.
So I'm currently showing David my. I normally do not get bit by mosquitoes, but for some reason, the mosquitoes keep like sneaking their way into my house.
They get through the screen.
How?
I don't know.
I have whatchamacallit? You can get these like bugs. Don't come into my house. Great.
Oh, that shit doesn't work.
It doesn't do shit, and they cost like 1,000 yen.
They don't do shit.
They don't do. I'm actually very upset because like, oh, I'm so upset, David. I've never bought these things before. So for those of you, when you come to Japan, they got these
There's one
bugs.
above your head.
Yeah, you can. It's like
You can't see, but
oh yeah. It's like a bugs. Please don't come near me or into my house thing. And it's like
Yeah.
a big rectangle, and it's meant to like protrude some kind of odor that stops bugs from coming in because the bugs are like, wow, I don't like the smell of that. I'm not gonna come into this man's house, but it doesn't work. And it's the first time I bought one. I bought 2 because I woke up one day and I had like 2 bite marks on my legs, and I was like, I don't get bit normally, but these were like horrible bites, and I was this is awful. I don't get bit. I need to bug proof my house. I'm gonna get some of these no bugs don't come in my house thingies.
let's get one of the coily things.
I've got
Those actually
the ones that do the release the smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Yeah. I have some of those. I need to find where I put them. But so I got one of these like bugs don't come into my house screen things. Set them all up. I'm like, I'm done. I spent like 3,000 yen on all these fucking bug things. Set them up. David, why is there a mosquito in my house? Same day. Same fucking day.
They're supposed to work, right?
They don't do shit.
No,
What
they don't do
an
shit.
absolute fucking scam, David. I wanted to go back to the store and be like, you guys lied to me.
You've lied to me. You scammed me.
You've scammed me for the last time, Japan. First, you tell me there's only 4 seasons here, and there's like 12. Now these bug things don't work. What the fuck, bro? Like, and it's because this year's gonna be so damn humid. I'm like dying, David. Like, I am already
Yeah,
dying.
it's fucking hot. This room is
Oh, it's gonna get roasty.
hot. Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, last thing I'm gonna talk about my I'm stretching my arms. They really hurt. So this is my last week at for those who don't know, we spoke about it a little bit on last week a little bit. It was like for the live people watching live. Basically, I'm leaving Tokyo Creative at the end of the week, and I have like 6 weeks of holiday that I'm just gonna take. I'm just gonna hang out basically. I'm gonna go around and do cool stuff. So I'm thinking during those 6 weeks, maybe next week actually, I might want to go to Akihabara next week sometime to buy a laptop. You gonna come
Yeah,
and
I'm
help
good to
me?
come with you.
Cool. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday maybe.
Okay.
Maybe Wednesday. Tuesday I gotta.
I know where to take you if you wanna go.
Tuesday I have not an interview but like a conversation with like some other companies and stuff like that. I have a ridiculous amount of projects that are currently coming up. Like a lot of them are like pending, and then some of them are like confirmed.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I'm gonna be okay. Like it's one of those situations where I was like, oh man, this might be like a really hard transitional period, and then I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be fine. Turns out my skills are needed in this industry, so we're gonna be a-okay. But yeah, like I was saying, next week, probably last week, and then week after that, I'm basically going to be in your position, David, where I'll have like a lot of time. When do you are you starting a new job soon, or
No, not. I might go pick up some substitute stuff during the
cool.
summertime.
Oh,
there's
good
a
man.
Lot of, there's a lot of like summer camps and stuff.
I've heard. Any-
So
Any interesting summer camps? I wonder. Maybe
I
go to
don't know.
Nagoya for 5 days.
Yeah,
to-
that's kind of like my school's
Mm.
old principal who originally hired
the
me.
cool guy. Yeah, we like
cool
him a
guy.
lot. Yeah.
He runs a summer camp in Ise.
Oh, that's fucking sick. Okay. Yeah.
So he has stuff there. So
So you're gonna go and then hang out?
maybe I don't know. We'll
Might
see.
as well.
Like,
That'd be
he
cool.
has jobs.
That's fun. Okay.
It's a nice
In-
trip to Ise.
In that case, I'm thinking like from my plan. My plan is basically from next week onwards. I want to just be like out making content like constantly, basically. Like that's gonna be like the plan. I've worked out that I've always known this, but when it comes to creating like content and getting yourself at the front of the algorithm for any social media platform that you want to be sort of that you want to grow on, it's a case of like you have to be constantly making content, and you got to be constantly making and pushing out content that is going to be like evergreen style content. So nothing like, wow, this thing in Japan is only for today. It's like, okay, why are you showing? I can't do this. You
Right.
published this video 2 weeks after the thing was happening. What a waste of time. You know, evergreen, interesting, like occasionally clickbaity, but not always. Like just stuff that is generally intriguing about, you know, the country you've chosen to live in, basically.
Right. of
So
course. I've actually thought about doing that myself.
Do it.
on my own channel. I'm just figuring out like what I want to do it on.
hardest part. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the
Like
topic?
what's the topic of the video? I think like shooting the video is not hard. 'Cause,
Mm.
like I can just like
You can just do it. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But just what I want to talk about.
I can help with this. This is what I do
Okay.
for an actual living. This is legit my everyday job. I think the first step is always the hardest one, which is basically like working out the topic of the conversation. Is it going to be like a sit down, talk to the camera style video?
I think so, probably.
In that case, start writing a script.
Yeah.
But just
Start whatever.
Anything, yeah. Pick any random topic and then just start writing a script about the topic. Because something I noticed when I was
workshop it.
literally, like I started a script about, I forgot what it was, something else, about the JR pass, the
Right.
like alternative JR passes in Japan. And I started that one. And then as I was
Just went
recording,
down a rabbit hole.
literally, and as you're recording the video, you realize like, oh, some things don't work. Some things need to be changed a bit. Like unless you're making like a vlog style content, I hate making vlogs. They're sort of,
Yeah,
they're way more
that's
difficult to
not-
make.
I like singular produced
Same.
content type
Same.
stuff.
I'm trying to
Save
make
vlog shit for Instagram stories.
vlog shit hard. Like I'm editing the Kumoto vlog video. It
Yeah.
turns out pretty well. It's pretty. There's some fucking good shit in that video. It's gonna go up like Sunday night, I think. But then like some of the stuff Monday morning, forgive me. Some of the stuff that I was editing in the vlog, I was like, oh, this could have been better if I did like X, Y, and Z. And it's that kind of stuff that you only realize after the fact. And because of that, I'm like, if this was a sit down video, I would have realized this while filming.
And then just refilmed it.
Literally.
Right.
just
But you
refilmed it.
can't when you're halfway across the country.
No, you cannot. It's a lot more difficult to like make those snap changes or decide like, oh, actually, I want to film it like this instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think for like a sit down, talk to the camera video, having a nice, even just like a loose script is really
Right.
good. Like I should show you my. I'll show. No, I think I have it. So what I do, this would help you with ideas, David. I do this thing where I have so many fucking notes open. Holy fucking shit! I do this thing where I basically, there it is. I have a folder. I have a thing called content on my phone.
Yeah.
And what I do is that anytime I think of any idea,
Oh, you just write it down.
just write it down. Even if it's an idea that I'm like, this is stupid, I'll probably never do this. I'll write it down.
I've thought about doing something like just like sitting down and being like, okay, turn on like a speech to text thing, and then just like talking. And just being like, okay, this seems like a good idea. This seems like a good idea. And then I'd take it all down, and then I'd look at it, you know, like leave it for like a couple days, come
Yeah.
back and be like, okay,
This is good. This
does
was
this
shit.
seem like a good idea? Whatever.
It's so good. Like there are certain ideas that I have that I'm like, this is something I'm definitely going to make because I find it interesting. I think that's really important. It's important to like make content that you find interesting, that you want to make.
Right.
There are certain people that I know they've started a channel to be like, I'm going to make like this type of content because it seems popular. Because it seems like
oh, fuck that. Fuck no. That would
the
suck.
worst thing you can do.
Then it's just like making shit I don't like.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. And if you get stuck in that niche as well, it's really hard to get out of it as well.
Right.
And then worst is that even if you start, let's pretend that you go, okay, I want to make Japan popular. I'm going to make cute Japan content. But you don't care about cute Japan content. The problem is there is, even if that is booming
Mhm.
and that's doing well, there is no, what's the word? There's no guarantee that the content you're making is also going to do well.
Right, yeah, you can't guarantee
No.
that.
You can't. Like, the views that I get on YouTube as well, I think they're pretty bad. Like, I don't think my views are good because I've literally just started in a sense.
Mm.
But when other people, like, look at my channel, when other people see, like, how long and how many videos I have, a lot of them go, no, for what you're making, for what you're doing,
Yeah.
it's pretty decent. Like, it's not terrible at all. But consistency is essential and blah, 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 blah. But then when you take that and you look at another person who's got, like, how many videos do I have? Because I have, like, 10 videos maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And when you look at, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 videos. Jesus Christ. I can't even look at top 10 yet. But when you look at someone else who's been making videos for like 3 years, but their videos just like all over the place because they have no consistent theme on their channel, it's hard to like for people to get invested in a sense.
Right.
So I think if you're like making your own content, same thing. Work out like what you want to make, big old lists, get like a huge like what's the word? Like back thing of ideas and stuff,
though, right? It's like I feel like I have pretty weird like eclectic taste.
Yeah.
Where I would want to make a video, just for example, right?
Yeah,
I want to make like a video about games, and then I post it on the channel, and people watch it, and they're like, "Cool." And then I'm like, now I want to make a video about hardcore Japanese history, and it's like those two things do not intersect at all.
I do it. I think Mr. Beast, who said, your first 100 videos are shit. Yeah. So he's like, your first 100 videos are shit. You should just like make what you want to make and then work out like what you want to do. And it's true. Like, I like looking at I like Sarah's channel a lot. Do you know Sarah from Tokyo Creative? Sira-san. It's the name on. Let's go. Yeah. I think you met her once or something.
Met her.
No? Oh no, you weren't at the art event. She's cool, but she was like, her own content started blowing up recently because she was like consistently putting out like her like reels and stuff, and then her YouTube same thing. She was like consistently putting out like different.
I want to do like a video a month.
Yeah. She does the same, like a video like every couple weeks or so. But then a lot of her videos, the views are all good, but some are higher than others, some are lower than others, just because of the type of content she's making is still very much very flexible in nature.
Yeah.
So one video was like, oh, I'm trying Japanese snacks. The other one's like, I'm at a Japanese concert.
Cool. Yeah.
And one's like, oh, this is about Japanese travel. Because
okay, yeah.
she doesn't even have 100 videos yet. So she's thinking about just what videos am I interested in making? What videos do I think are going to do well? What videos are appealing to me, basically? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just basically stuff like that. So I think for your first like 100 or whatever videos, don't worry too much about what you're making as much as like the fact that you're making it to a good quality.
Right.
So just focus on making like good quality videos is like more than enough, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. This is... I'm just looking at the waveform on this thing after an hour, and it looks kind of funky, but it should be all right.
Oh no, the waves.
You are very loud. I am not. I don't know why that is, but I can... If it's just a matter of sound, like levels, I can equal that out.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, wait.
Maybe I'm just talking like very low, but like I feel like I'm talking pretty normal, and it's not clipping, and you're clipping. Whatever.
We'll work it out. Yeah. This is behind the scenes stuff. I'm looking at the chat now. I made a Thomas the Chinese video, but I got crazy views because of passion. I have no idea what to make. Yeah. Then I agree. Like there are times when you're in like childhood before you be making like
children's videos seem to do gangbusters.
Children's videos do well because children will watch basically anything. But the problem is you cannot monetize that content for shit. In today's
you could.
Not in today's YouTube. You can't monetize it.
You don't think so?
You're not allowed to.
I think you could.
You're not allowed.
You can't monetize children's content?
If the video is made for kids, you cannot monetize it.
Really?
You cannot.
So just say it's not made for kids.
Oh, but then if they find it is, your entire channel gets fucking ban-hammered.
How are you dictating that?
They decide it's YouTube.
Well, what if I want to make some Elsa Spider-Man?
Oh, that's banned. It's been banned for years. Yeah, it's banned now.
No,
it's done.
I know
But yeah.
Like I'm saying, what if I'm like saying in the same vein?
Yeah. Oh, that's why these new...
Because they were making money off of it, right?
Yeah, they were making money off like...
They were smart enough to figure it out.
Fucking, those the fucking... What the names the guys doing it? Fucking Ethan... Bradbury? That's it.
Ethan
fucking
Bradbury.
Bradbury's doing that. Fucking
Yes.
Bradbury's, yeah. That's kind of the reason why the entire thing got shut down at the end, because like they were advertising weird children-esque but not children content to
Right.
kids. So in return, YouTube's gone, you're being stupid. So here's what we're gonna do. Is it for kids? Is it not for kids? We're gonna work this out. You can make
Right.
content that's, in a sense, not for kids, but it is for kids. Like people make like roadblocks,
Yeah.
which is basically, it's a game that like 9 to like 10-year-olds play,
It's true.
and that's it.
That's
but
true.
a lot of the content being made is like made from like adults making the content.
Mhm.
I saw a channel that had 3 videos
Mhm.
and 30,
30 million
literally 30,000 subscribers,
30
like
million
literally
views.
4 point something million views, because like it's just kids being like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna watch the new Roblox. They click Roblox.
I mean, I assume that's exactly
Yeah.
why what is it called? That's the reason why stuff like Minecraft gets like crazy popular.
Crazy
Right.
views. Yeah.
Of course.
Insane.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just kids. It's kids watching like.
100%.
To be fair, that's if you're ever like on a channel and you're like, why is this channel doing so well? Kids. It's normally kids. If the content is like subpar,
Right.
it's kids. It's kids watching like
I wonder
hours
so
of
like
this content.
I'm thinking here, right?
I'm
Like
listening.
what is on YouTube?
Mm.
What is the difference between previously recorded streams
Mm.
and videos, right? Because they both kind of go like once you finish streaming a thing,
Mm.
a video and a stream both go into the same like hopper. Like they go into the same thing
Yeah.
organizationally wise.
Mm.
So I don't know what's the searchability difference, right? Like if I search for a video,
Mm.
I always get a video. I never get a live stream of something.
No, never.
So like
Mm-mm.
I'm just wondering, like, is it worth even doing? Like, I guess once you have an audience, then fine,
Yeah.
But like, if you want to get like your channel noticed, you have to be making videos,
have to be making videos.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate for us.
It
because
is. We
don't
do a lot of
make
live
videos.
streaming, but for YouTube specifically, it's live streaming. Live streaming is one thing. And I've explained this time and time again to like clients and so many other things. But basically, live streaming is one thing, and on things like YouTube, it is still very much like a video making platform. So unless you are directly searching for like a past live stream, you're just not gonna find it. Basically, like
Right.
you're not gonna be able to find this content randomly, which is why like there was like a certain live stream thing that was made, and I couldn't find it for the life of me, and I only found it because like I clicked on like the live stream thing of like the page. Like if you look on like the H3 podcast, for example,
Right.
they already have like a big following, and what they'll do is like they'll live stream, record it, and then re-upload it as a video. Exactly. And then that video re-upload will get like the clicks, and they don't always do it because occasionally you click on videos and you'll find like a bunch of podcasts, but then there'll be some
that
missing.
might be what I need to do, Dan. Is just like convert all of like
Yeah.
get a thumbnail for
Mm.
each video,
Essential.
and then just
Essential.
put that up as a video.
It's essential. Honestly, yeah.
Maybe I'll
Like
do that then.
an
That's
SEO.
easy
It's
to
easy.
do.
Yeah.
I
And
already have all the
literally,
all
we have-
the
yeah.
description is already there. I
Yeah.
just need to post it as a video.
a good like SEO title, a good like SEO thumbnail is like super important. And then outside of that, it's just a case of pushing the video out in a sense. I mean,
Yep.
having a good SEO title and thumbnail is like the basics for anything. Without those,
Right.
you will not do well.
Mhm.
You just won't. It won't happen. You could have the most professionally made video known to man, but if your thumbnail and title are trash,
It's trash.
no
and
one's gonna
clicking on
no
it.
one's gonna do it. Basically, and even if the thumbnail is great and the title is perfect and you hit the trends, whatever, you still can't get people to watch the video. You know, it's just that is just
yeah, it's
the requisite.
I feel like 90% of that shit is fucking luck.
It is. No, it is. It's luck is well, you gotta remember, luck is just what, skill times preparation or something like that, or whatever it is.
Skill times preparation.
I forget what it is. It's preparation time something or whatever. But yeah, luck is just it's your consistency and your hard work being paid off in the long run. So like,
Right.
if you decide you're just like I'm saying, let's pretend like tomorrow,
Sure.
one of my videos goes like completely gangbusters. It gets like 20 billion views, and then people click on my channel to be like, oh, what else has this guy got? And I only have like 9 other videos.
Mm.
How many people are then going to subscribe? Right? Because I watched a really interesting video about, it was like called The Downfall of something, whatever. And I watched the video. I was like, this is a great video.
The downfall.
I forgot
I'm
what it
sure
was.
there's
it was
a
like
million videos named
there-
the downfall.
there are. It was like the downfall of whoever, and I watched it. I was like, great video.
I'm gonna Google right now the downfall. Just
Good.
the downfall.
The downfall.
And see what comes up.
I'm sure I can find it as well. The downfall of
Bengal is coming up.
literally tons. The
Brendan
downfall
Schwab.
of Josh Block, the downfall
Yeah.
of Bengal, the downfall of Voyboy, the downfall of Philip whoever, the downfall of Shane Dawson, the downfall of someone else.
There's like a million.
Fucking blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it was one of those like about like a famous person. I ended up watching the video, pretty interesting, well made. And then it got to the end and I was like, great video. Had like 50, 60,000 views, something crazy like that. Then I was like, oh, what else has this person made? And I click on his channel and that is the only
It's
video.
the only video.
Yeah, it's the only video he'd made and it had done very well. So I subscribed, but then like the next video was like trash. So I was like, well, guess this is it. But I'm still subscribing because I want to see like what he makes next. But the views and his subscription thing didn't match because the majority of people would see the video, then click on his profile and go, oh, this is his only video? Okay, next. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's a really hard to grow on any platform, to be completely honest. But anyway, we can discuss this further at length. It's pretty interesting to work out the boom. But yeah, David, any final thoughts, concerns? I'm going to a cafe in a bit. I'm very excited to drink some delicious coffee. David, any final thoughts? Any final thinking things? Let me hear it.
Not really. I was actually going to say,
Go on.
not that. Honestly, YouTube needs to fix their algorithm. It sucks. Yes, I.
Oh, 100%. I agree. It does suck. Yeah, it's
I
pretty
was
bad.
gonna say I've been going fucking hard on Street Fighter.
Good
So
man.
If anyone is listening and you play Street Fighter, I will play with you.
David's putting out a challenge.
I not that I'm putting out a challenge. See, okay, here's the thing, right? I don't want to go on this too long because we are ending the podcast.
Okay.
I'm the kind of player where I can't play with my friends and I can't play with professionals.
No, you can't play with your friends.
Because I can't play with my friends because I'm so much better than anyone else I know.
Yeah.
It's just me bodying them over and over. It's not fun for them.
Yeah.
And me, it's like beating a child.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun for me. But in the flip side of this, I'm good enough to be okay, but I'm not good enough to be a professional. So if I'm playing with people that are like into fighting games and they're like much higher level than me, it's just me but in reverse.
Yes.
Where I'm getting bodied and
Yes.
they're like, "Oh, you're a child." Like
Yeah. You're an actual child. Yeah.
so
that's silly.
I'm in what is known as like the fighting game fucking no man's land,
Sucks.
where I can't play with anyone,
Sucks.
but no one wants to play with me. So it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, like what do I do?
Just play online constantly.
Yeah, that exactly.
Literally, yeah.
That's what I have to do.
Bro,
But-
stress.
I want to play with people, you know.
I
maybe
know,
they're
and
in a
hang out.
community, That'd be
Yeah.
fun, you know.
Talk
you
on
know.
Discord and play some
Yeah.
Street Fighter and chill. Yeah, I get that.
So yeah,
Put the call out. Add him on. Put it in Discord and then
yeah,
everyone
like, if
can
you're
like.
on Discord, yeah, you can play with me.
If you're in the Discord, we're gonna fill a bunch of links there that are related to this episode.
And I was thinking
so
of
check
like
it out.
if there is like a set group of people that I would maybe run like a Friday night
That'd be
type
cool.
thing and just like
Mhm.
I'll create a custom room, people show up and we just play.
That's fucking sick. We did that once with Smash.
Smash.
fucking
We should start doing that again,
It was fun.
but it would take a little bit of setup. I think.
A little bit. Yeah. Let's do it after I move back to my house where I
Yeah,
have
when
an
you-
actual.
when you're in a little bit of a
Yeah. When I have
better
internet
position.
again. Yeah. We'll do that again. When I move back, we'll do something cool like that as well. I think people want to do like. I was listening. Someone messaged me about it a little while ago about wanting to do like meetups as well in Tokyo too. So we'll work it out, guys. There always, as always, there's like a bunch of stuff in the works. But yeah, we'll.
So
yeah.
next week is early again.
Next week probably early again.
2 times after that is
We'll do a little late. So yeah.
Okay.
Alright, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe, stay strong. Bye.
See you.
I'm excited for this cafe. It's gonna be fucking beautiful, dude. Apparently they're staying open late for us. Yay.
They're staying.
Yeah, but they closed at like 5 or something. It's ridiculous. But then the cafe was like, oh, we'll stay open later. It's fine.